Well, good afternoon and welcome to the Moorland Biker editing suite, if you like. That sounds grand, doesn't it? But either way, this is by way of an introduction to episode 4. It's a bit of a strange one though, because episode 4 is a combination of two separate trips. A bit out of sequence as well, because the first bit is the run through the Las Bardenas Reales semi-desert on the way across to Soria. And then the second bit, only a very short bit, is 2 days later, which was a visit to the Sad Hill Cemetery. Sad Hill Cemetery was a film set, not long since being renovated, but it was the film set that was the closing sequence to The Good, and Bad, the Ugly, when they dug up the gold from the grave with no name. I couldn't miss that out. I mean, it was a Clint film, and I was into the spaghetti westerns, so I just got to pay that a visit. So that's to show you that a little bit. So like I say, it's a little bit out of sequence, but it makes sense to put two short clips together to make one episode, if you like. And then next week there'll be episode 5, which is the trip that was in between them, if you like. You know what I mean. So I hope you enjoy it. I certainly enjoyed making it and filming it. And if you do enjoy it, if you give me the thumbs up, and if you really enjoy it, if you could perhaps subscribe, because I'm really struggling for subscribers and it's always nice to see more people out there. So yeah, enjoy and let me know what you think. Thanks a lot. Cheers.
Well, good morning folks. Welcome back. We departed the hotel a little bit late, but we're off-road again. When I say again, I mean again, because this is the second time I've been across this area. This is Las Bardenas Reales. It's a semi-desert. I was last here 8 years ago on the Tiger. And I was impressed with the place. And in view of the fact that I'm not making it down to the south, down to Tabernas, we'll make do with a little excursion through the Bardenas Reales. It's an amazing network of tracks and pathways, some of which is open to traffic, some of which is walkers and cyclists and horse riders, but so we'll try and stick to the bits that are open to road traffic and see if we can't get some nice photographs. Lovely day for it again. It's only 14 degrees at the minute according to the ever wrong thermometer on the bike. Tends to read a couple of degrees warmer than it really is, to be honest, but it's a rough guide. We haven't got into the desert part of it yet, but you'll see what I mean when we get there. It's very arid, very sandy, and from what I can remember of it, there's some amazing formations, some rock, some sand. We're ultimately making our way across to the city of Soria today, so what I'm wanting to do here is come in the top end of the Bardenas at the north end and exit via the south end, and should put us nicely on the road to Soria, which is about 2 hours away from where we are at the minute. The Himalayan feels really at home on this stuff. I think I see a familiar sight. It's a whacking great big statue as we enter the park proper, and it's just in front. We'll have a look at him before we carry on. Some purposeful looking machinery here. Pasto Bardinero. I can't read Spanish, I can't speak Spanish, I can't tell you what it actually says. But I'm guessing he's the man responsible for the setting up of the national park in 1992. Time for a quick photograph, I think. Now this is more like what the place is all about. You can see what I was talking about with these formations of sand and rock. And it gets a little bit more arid as we get further into it. We're still on the edge of it, really. It's a sort of place where you can spend as much or as little of your time as you wish, because there's a fantastic network of tracks. I'm just going to pass through it and try and take in the best of the sights on the way through, because we have somewhere to be, obviously, a little bit later. With this little Himalayan, any opportunity to spend a little bit of time off-road is to be grabbed and made good use of. See the track's getting sandier, more sand than gravel now. And to the best of my recollection, there's no fresh fish. Fresh fish is, it's sand, very soft sand, like almost like talcum powder. In Australia they call it bull dust. And it's very difficult stuff to steer through. But I don't think we got any of that to put up with. Sort of place you can come through in any sort of vehicle, really. Well, according to the onboard compass, I'm heading in exactly the right direction, heading south. But that's to be trusted about as much as the thermometer, to be honest. But it's given us a reasonable idea. Now then, don't want to miss any of the good bits. Some really nice photo opportunities. I think I remember this now. Bird of prey over there. That's a big one as well. Oh yes. Griffin vultures, I think, again. Beautiful. What real fun this is. Could play for hours across here. Hours we haven't got, really. strange formations all over the place. Wow, look at that! It's like a mini Grand Canyon. I think this has to be a photograph as well. Well, sadly, I have a feeling that's the best of it done with. Because at least we've had a run through. Yes. But like I said, we got places to go, we got a hotel to get to. So we can spend a little bit of time in Las Bardenas Reales. It's a bonus. It has to be looked upon as such.
You're going to find a grave. You're going to find a grave with no name. And you're going to dig. And you're going to dig. And you're going to dig until you find the gold. Now get on with it. This is the graveyard that was used in the good, the bad and the ugly in the final scene. Incredible. I knew the films, spaghetti westerns, were shot in the Bardenas desert, which is where I was supposed to be going. Didn't expect to find this. Absolutely brilliant.